Hello and welcome back to the Elsie version. Today we are in the first chapter of Micah. Now, reminder, Micah is during the time of, it's going to say at the beginning here, but if you want to read context, it's going to be the 2 Kings, like chapters, I don't know, probably it's after 14 before 20, so in that range of like probably 16 you're gonna have this, so just look around the 14 to 20 chapter, and then also 2 Chronicles in between probably 26 and 32. Those are going to be your ranges to check if you would like to see the backstory. And in the prophets here we have Amos, Hosea, Micah in chronological order. That's how it goes, and so that's what we're going to dive into. Okay, so verse 1 of chapter 1. The word of the Lord that came to Micah of Moresheth, and the days of Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, which he saw concerning Samaria and Jerusalem. Verse 2. Hear you peoples, all of you, pay attention, O earth, and all that is in it, and let the Lord God be a witness against you, the Lord from his holy temple. For behold, the Lord is coming out of his place, and will come down and tread upon the high places of the earth. Ooh, now, something to keep in context. High places are typically where they were doing witchcraft and sacrifices and stuff like that, okay? You'll often hear about high places, right? And in this time, the kings of Judah, so Ahaz, terrible king. Hezekiah actually was a good king. Now, he wasn't Josiah, who was the best king, but Hezekiah was a good king, okay? Jotham, however, sucked, okay? Ahaz sucked more, though. But what we need to recognize is these kings during this time, they would follow Jesus, except for Ahaz. He did not at all. But they would follow God, but then they would leave up idols to pass demons and things like that. And so the people would still be worshiping these demons, even though like God was what the king was worshiping. So one of God's greatest problems with them was, hey, you don't destroy these things afterwards. The only king that did destroy these things afterwards was Josiah, and that's why he was the best king. Anyway, verse 4. And the mountains will melt under him, and the valleys will split open like wax before the fire, like waters poured down a steep place. This is God. This is what the things are going to happen when God comes down to the high places. All this is for the transgression of Jacob and for the sins of the house of Israel. What is the transgression of Jacob? Is it not Samaria? And what is the high place of Judah? Is it not Jerusalem? Ooh. Therefore, I will make Samaria a heap in the open country, a place for planting vineyards, and I will pour down her stones into the valley and uncover her foundations. And her carved images shall be beaten to pieces. All her wages shall be burned with fire, and all her idols I shall lay waste. For from the fee of a prostitute she gathered them, and to the fee of a prostitute they shall return. God ain't playing around. He said, you build idols, you done all these things. So Israel's transgression is Samaria, and Judah's transgression is Jerusalem, okay? Verse 8. For this I will lament and wail. I will go stripped and naked. I will make lamentation like the jackals and mourning like the ostriches. Okay. Maybe lamentation like the jackals being loud. They kind of like hyenas kind of thing. But mourning like the ostriches, maybe like sticking their head in the sand. I don't know if there's like specific things these animals actually do in mourning or lamentation, or if he's just saying this is like these animals, what they're known for is how I'm going to be acting. Anyway. Verse 9, for her wound is incurable, and it has come to Judah. It has reached the gate of my people to Jerusalem. Tell it not in Gath, weep not at all in Beth-le-Aphrah. Roll yourselves in the dust. In Beth-le-Aphrah, roll yourselves in the dust. Pass on your way, inhabitants of Shaphir, in nakedness and shame, the inhabitants of Zain. Do not come out. The inhabitants of Zain, do not come out. The lamentation of Beth-ezel shall take away from you its standing place. For the inhabitants of Maroth wait anxiously for good, because disaster has come down from the Lord to the gate of Jerusalem. Harness the steeds to the chariots, inhabitants of Lachish. It was the beginning of sin to the daughter of Zion, for in you were found the transgressions of Israel. Oof. Therefore you shall give parting gifts to Moresheth Gath. The houses of Achzib shall be a deceitful thing to the kings of Israel. I will again bring a conqueror to you, inhabitants of Mareshah. The glory of Israel shall come to Adullam. Make yourselves bald and cut off your hair. That, I think back then, used to be a symbol of prostitution. A woman without hair. And that's kind of... Anyway. For the children of your delight, make yourselves as bald as the eagle, for they shall go from you into exile. Well, that is a strange chapter. All about destruction. Now, if you recall, after this, Israel does get sent to exile. So Micah's one of the last. Zephaniah comes after it. And it's like the last chapter, 2 Kings and 2 Chronicle, along with Jeremiah, where it crosses over. But in just a few Kings, we're about to see Israel go into exile. And so this is the coming destruction for the evil that they've been doing. Anyway, yeah, that's a bit about it. I would encourage you to go and read the context of this so that you can understand. Because, as much as I can remember things to tell you, I'm not perfect in any shape, means, or form. So, highly recommend so you understand. Anyway, that's it, and I'll see you tomorrow.